Welcome back to the Similia Classical Homeopathy Clinic and Boenninghausen's Academy. This is Dr. Munjal Thakar, and today I have something very interesting and very confusing that we need to understand very clearly. So, I narrate a narration of a patient who came to me recently, and we learn some rubrics that we usually don't tend to understand in the repertory, the symptoms of our materia medica, and how this case taught me how to use this rubric. So, this boy came to me with the swelling of his finger joints, and I asked him to describe about this pain and what exactly this is affecting his life. And he says that it's a kind of crumpled feeling that I get because of this pain, and he makes some hand gestures while he is describing this pain. I ask him to describe what this hand gesture is trying to express, and he says it is expressing the supremacy of the reality over the individual. There is a thing called I, and it knows that it occupies many other places that exercise their own control over each thing, calls itself an I. I ask him to elaborate, and he says, I believe that each time there is an I that possesses the ability to call itself I, it begins to have an awareness that there are forces that controls its thoughts and influences the fact that it is a thing that can call itself an I. And then he further states in his interview that we are living in a fascist state. And I ask him, what does he mean by this? And he says, the fascist state believes in exercising its control over the individual and making the individual feel that it is a force of reality that is beyond the individual's control. When it involves itself in making sure that the I must always be aware not only that there is a force and it has its own will and it has its own sense of morality, and the individual sense of justice and morality stand against the force involved in making its presence known through exercising and exhibiting its sense of morality, which is not the individual's notion. I and the force of reality. There is an individual or a thing that calls itself I. By calling itself an I also shows that there is a singularity, there is a self in itself. This is what he tells me as to how he experiences and perceives his problem. What we notice, he's talking about himself as if he's away, as if he's describing some object. And this is the key thing where you have this rubric: delusion, mind, and soul are separate. You will also have two trains of thought. You will also have confusion of identity. And how he describes the external reality is in a very detached fashion. So you have the symptom detachment. So the remedy that I prescribed to him was from the Anacardiaceae family and the remedy anacardium. So this is a very interesting narration which teaches you this rubric almost exactly in the textbook like manner. So happy learning. Go through this remedy anacardium. You will find these themes of being crumpled, of being controlled, of being detached, and of being separated. Do subscribe to this video and to our channel. Do share this video, and do not press to forget the like button.